sun is... Hello everybody, my name is Shrikant and I'm going to tell you about the solar system. The sun. The sun is at the center of the solar system. It's really hot because it fuses hydrogen into helium and produces energy. And the sun can also create magnetic loops. These magnetic loops cause solar winds. It can kill astronauts or it can damage spaceships and planets. The sun is also the biggest thing in our solar system. About all the objects in our solar system could fit into the sun. The sun is what holds the solar system together. All the planets won't go away from the sun because gravity from the sun's surface pulls them towards it. Next planet, the closest and second hottest planet is Mercury. How come, you say, if Mercury is closer to the sun, why isn't it the hottest planet? That's because Venus is the hottest planet, and Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system. It's only made up of iron. It had a rocky surface, but because of the solar wind, that rocky surface just went off. Next is Venus, the hottest planet. You know, but it's surrounded by clouds. And what are these clouds made of? Well, they are made of carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is what makes Venus the hottest planet. And it's a little weird. It moves backwards. Venus moves clockwise, and also it has the same mass as Earth. Earth, our planet in the solar system, the third planet from the sun. You might know a lot about Earth. Earth has a molten iron core, which is what causes the magnetic fields. And Earth is called blue planet and cool planet. If water is transparent, why is it blue? Because its atmosphere, which is mostly made of oxygen and nitrogen, scatters the light and creates a blue effect. And Earth is also the place where life exists, and it's the only habitable zone on the solar system. In the solar system, scientists are still trying to find another world to go to, but they have to just they have to find all the chances. Moon. The moon, our natural satellite of the Earth, formed many billion years ago when a large body smashed into Earth and just broke part of it. That part of the Earth then became the moon. Astronaut is just a person who is trained and made to go in space. Most astronauts go to the moon. The first astronaut, the first man on the moon is Neil Armstrong, which you know before. Mars, the red planet, because it has iron oxide or rust on its surface, and Mars has the tallest volcano on the tallest mountain on the solar system. The tallest mountain on the solar system is Olympus Mons, and it also has the Grand Canyon, which is larger than any canyon on Earth. But Mars is geologically dead, just like our moon. You have to go to Mars to see the other side of the moon, because Earth is tidally locked. Because it's tidally locked with Earth and Mars. The next planet, Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet that caused the asteroid belt to form. Because of Jupiter's gravity, it broke the whole asteroid belt, it broke the whole planet, and now it's just debris. All the other planets could fit into Jupiter, as it's the biggest planet in our solar system and has the highest number of moons. Earth has 1 moon, Mars has 2, Jupiter has 67 moons. Our next planet, and Jupiter also is the first gas giant and has rings, but they are too faint. The planet that you can see which has clear rings is also the farthest planet that you can see without a telescope. That is Saturn. Saturn is the most beautiful planet for its rings, and also it has the second highest number of moons. It has 62 of them, and it can actually float on water because it has lots of helium gas. And Saturn Saturn's rings were caused by some moon that got broken up into Saturn's gravity and those are the rings that orbit it. Uranus. The next planet also has rings. This is the weird planet after Venus. Uranus has 27 moons. Moons of its own, and it also has rings that you can see but are really faint. But why does it have bands? It has bands, but these are just, you can only see a little portion of the bands in infrared light. And Uranus spins on its side because maybe an asteroid crashed into it, and when it was forming, and the debris became its rings, and also made it spin on its side. And just like Jupiter and Saturn, it has its dark spot, which I call dark spot 2. The great dark spot, the scooter cloud, and the small dark spot are the storms that come on Neptune, which is very similar to Jupiter. And Neptune is also, because it's so blue, you can actually that's why it was named Neptune, after the Roman god of sea. The Roman god of the underworld and also named after the dwarf planet that's named after a cartoon character in Mickey Mouse, This planet is called Pluto. Dwarf planet. It was a planet, but until there were so many objects just like it, then they understood that it's smaller than moons, that's smaller than our own moon, bigger than Mercury, and even bigger. Because of this, it's the smallest. It's not, and Pluto, because these planets have moons. Neptune has 14 or 13 moons. Pluto, just like Mercury and Mars, has little moons, has smaller moons like Charon, Nix, Styx, Hydra. Charon, Nix, Styx, and Hydra and Kerberos are the 5 moons of Pluto. Finish.